तो गाइस आज मैं आ गया हूँ एक और इंटर्नशिप डायरी के एपिसोड के साथ। आज की इस वीडियो में बात करेंगे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के इंटर्न के बारे में। कैसे जिसने कैसे क्रैक किया उसको मैंने अपने चैनल पे बुलाया, उससे एक्सपीरियंस लेंगे। और हाँ, कैसे उनकी प्रीवियस इंटर्न का एक्सपीरियंस काम आया इस माइक्रोसॉफ्ट को क्रैक करने में, जानते हैं सारा इस वीडियो में। देखते रहिए। तो वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं इंट्रोडक्शन से।
Hi everyone, my name is Kajal Mungia and I've just completed my third year at Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University. I am an incoming SW intern at Microsoft this coming summer, and I've always been very passionate about technology. I was introduced to coding when I was in ninth standard, and since then I was pretty sure that this is the field I want to make a career in. And since then, I've mentored many young women and gotten them excited about coding, app development, blockchain, and just technology in general. In the past year, I've also been extensively working on spreading financial literacy in the women engineers community. So that's me.
Very nice. So, moving to my questions. Okay, first of all, as you said, you have decided to be coding from the first year of the college journey. Like you're like coding and then going to different tech blockchain. So, how you decide that Microsoft is the best suitable company, or you go for a whole SD or SWG roles?
Actually, I was just exploring technologies. I did not have a dream company in mind when I started in college. So I was exploring technologies. I was learning DSA. I was trying my hand at different things. I tried a little bit ML. I tried a little bit of blockchain. I tried a little app development. I tried WebD, but I found that's not really my cup of tea. So basically, I was just exploring a lot of technologies. I did not have like a company set in mind that that. But yeah, during the internship season, then I started applying for different companies, and Microsoft is where I landed, and I couldn't be happier about it.
Okay, congratulations to all you. Okay, how you think? What's your journey roadmap for your Microsoft or other companies where you start the preparation on the website, Salesforce you have used?
Okay, I started. I think the most important part, if you're applying for an SWE role, if you're aiming for an SW role, or I think it's just any field, any domain in technology, you should have some basic coding skills. So you should have some basic knowledge of DSA. That being said, if you're aiming for an SWE role, which I started practicing intensively for DSA in my first semester. I started with DSA, and it was not like the coding which you did in 11, 12. So it was quite challenging, but I had real fun doing that. And after that, I tried a little bit of app development. I learned about for 1.5 or 2 months about I did Android app development, and then I joined a startup. I did an internship for 6 months with a startup, which gave me a very steep learning curve. And then I got excited about blockchain, did a little bit of blockchain dev, and yeah, um, I think there's no set roadmap or there's no set procedure how to get it. It's just how consistent you are. If you're just talking about the how to prepare for interviews, then I think for SWE internships or placements, the most important thing is obviously DSA and your core subjects like operating systems, DBMS, and all of that. But I think there's no set, like I said, there's no set procedure to it. You just gotta keep exploring technologies and whatever domains that you like. There's no point in following the herd. Like if everyone's doing this, I should also do this. There's no point in that. So if you should just like explore technologies and also focus on your core subjects along with keeping in touch with DSA. That's the main thing, I think.
It was before. How many internships did you do before this SW with Microsoft?
Um, okay. The first internship I did, it was not exactly a industrial internship. It was like a startup slash NGO. I did an internship with them, and my role was actually that NGO or that startup. I think that startup. They teach young children about all these technologies, about AR, VR, and robotics and programming and all of this, and about virtual reality or something. I used to like I was the tech support. I was like an assistant. That's how I started. I was handling the VR equipment. My job was to like tell them about how this equipment works and everything, give them demos and all of that. So I started as as an assistant sort of, and I also got that's when I got a chance to mentor, I guess, two teams of underprivileged girls from Shalimar village for Technovation Challenge. I taught them app development by using block coding.
Okay.
So yeah, that was sort of an assistant, and I got a chance for mentorship. Then I followed mentorship in other with other communities as well. That was my first internship. The second internship, like I said, it was an app development internship with a startup, and it was an all-women startup. And I had just started actually learning app development about 2 months ago, and I saw this opportunity. I did not think I was good enough, but still I applied for it, and I got it. It was really fun working with them. I learned so much, honestly. Yes. Yeah. And this is the third internship. This is actual a big paid industrial internship with a big household name, Microsoft. I'm really excited for it. It starts this Monday.
ओके सो काजल, अभी तक का कोई कॉलेज जर्नी का बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस रहा हो जिससे तुम्हें लगा हो कि आगे काफी मदद मिली हो, कोई भी इंटर्नशिप में, लर्निंग में या कुछ डेवलपमेंट करने में?
Wow, I think college में सबसे बड़ा like lesson that sort of skill that you pick up is how to work under pressure.
ओके.
I think that is one of the most important skills: how to handle pressure, how to not get overwhelmed by your peers. What their achievements, not learning how to not compare your journey with others, because everyone's journey is unique, right? So I think the biggest skill that you learn in college, which is very valuable, is like believing in yourself and believing in your journey and like not getting overwhelmed by the pressure and the external factors and other people's success. So I think college has taught me that to work, how to handle all of this.
ओके, सो प्रेशर नहीं लेना, जो लोग देख रहे हैं ना, आराम से रहना, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में मौका मिल जाएगा तुम लोगों को भी. तो क्या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट की इंटर्नशिप में कितने राउंड्स थे, क्या प्रोसीजर था कॉलेज में, या ऑन कैंपस या ऑफ कैंपस अपॉर्चुनिटी थी?
Yeah, so mine was a on-campus opportunity. First round is a coding test, which they took on Metal. It's AI proctored, and I think there were 3 questions, if I'm not wrong. I don't exactly remember. I'm sorry. So there were about 2 to 3 questions. One was lead code medium. One was a DP question, and one question was, I guess, handling. It was just a math question, but it involved like whether you can handle all the data types, and you can handle the boundary cases, and you can handle overflows and all of that. It was kind of based on that. Then after clearing this round, there were, for me, I think in my peer, if I see in my peer group, there were different number of rounds. For some people it was 2 rounds, some people 3 rounds. For me it was 3 rounds, and all of these were technical rounds.
Okay.
All 3, and they covered everything, literally everything from my college core subjects: operating systems, DBMS, and data structures. Obviously, I was asked coding questions from lead code medium. Mostly there was lead code medium. I think one was lead code hard level, and they covered everything. The first round was some core computer science subject questions, and 2 coding questions. One was a freeze, and I don't remember the other one. Okay, and the next round was it was more like an interactive round. It was something like a system design round, but you don't need to have that. They were not expecting you to know all the technicalities. It was just like whatever knowledge that you have of DSA. They gave me a problem statement, and it was like a discussion how we would go about handling, these scalable, how to come up with a scalable solution. And it was like an interactive round. It was kind of different. I was not expecting that. It was kind of new, I think. I hadn't heard of this round. I knew there was system design questions were asked for placement interviews. I did not know that there was something of this sort in an internship interview. But yeah, it was new, and it was kind of interesting. But it was like a conversation, and it was interesting. The third round started. They started with some questions on my resume. They asked me about my projects. They asked me about my internships. And honestly, if I would have lied on my resume, they would have caught it. They would have definitely caught it. You know, they ask such questions with, you know, they really think out their questions when they're asking questions from your resume. Okay, so they're experts. Obviously, they're experts in their field. So if you have lied on your resume, they will know, because they will ask questions in such detail, and they will, you know, ask such strategically that they will know that if you've lied about this project or if you've lied about this internship. So don't lie on your resume. And then there was a question. He did not ask me to code it. He asked me to just design it. He asked me to design a cache, like using the knowledge of data structures that I had, and we talked about optimizing it. It was like more of a discussion. So the first round involved coding, and the second and third rounds were basically more in like discussion, going for how to be optimize the solution or how to do that. So those were the 3 rounds of interviews and 1 test before that.
सो जितने भी मतलब काफ़ी कुछ प्रो टिप्स आई हैं आप लोगों के लिए, एक तो झूठ नहीं बोलना रिज्यूमे में, काफ़ी लोग कुछ बढ़ा चढ़ा के लिख देते हैं सेक्शन बड़ा करने के लिए। आई थॉट दैट। सो ने अब बात करते हैं कि काफ़ी लोग को जानना होता है कि इंटरव्यू में कैसे क्वेश्चन होते हैं, क्योंकि काफ़ी लोग स्किप कर जाते हैं इंटरव्यू से पहले, राउंड से क्लियर हो जाते हैं पर इंटरव्यू में आउट हो जाते हैं। कैसे कैसे क्वेश्चन होते हैं इंटरव्यू में जो आपसे पूछा जाता है? अच्छा,
Questions, I think if you're consistently practicing on Lead Code or Interview Bid or Code Forces, questions तो वैसे ही होते हैं. Depending on the company, also depends on the company. Microsoft की internship वाले interviews में mostly maximum of the questions are Lead Code medium. You would find 1 or 2 hard ones in the interview, but yeah, if you're consistently practicing DSA, so that is not a problem. The main challenge in an interview is not like writing the code; it's about how you explain it. Okay, if how you optimize it. Then if you come up with you know a polynomial time, or if you come up with a brute force approach, that is fine. They can help you, like, you know, optimize it. So I think the main challenge in an interview is how you communicate, how you explain what you're thinking. So you need to think out loud throughout the process. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I think this would be a problem, which, you know, maybe we can do it like this way. And another important thing is that the interviewer drops hints when you're writing a code. If you're stuck somewhere, the interviewer will drop hints. Okay, and you should be able to catch those hints. He will not obviously give you the answer directly, but, you know, I feel that the interviewers are pretty friendly. I mean, it was like talking to a friend about, you know, about a question that they have given, and, you know, and you're solving it sort of together. It was like it was nice. So it's not that intimidating. It's just you need to communication skills.
ओके। सो ये भी चीज़ रहती है कि आपको इंटरव्यू से कुछ मिलता है लर्न करने के लिए। तो जैसे काजल ने बोला हिंट मिलते हैं, तो आप भी तैयार, ऐसा मतलब हो रहा है समझना कि मुझे हिंट सब मिलती रहेंगे, एक आधा हिंट मिल सकता है कि कोई प्रॉब्लम।
या
अब काजल कुछ ऐसा कुछ होता है कि इंटरव्यू के समय जब आपका थर्ड राउंड हो या सेकंड राउंड हो, कि आपका कुछ प्रीवियस इंटर्नशिप या कुछ कॉलेज कभी तक का कुछ अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट हो, अगर आपने रिज्यूमे में ऐड किया हो, उसके ऊपर काफ़ी लॉन्ग डिस्कशन चल जाती हो, आपने कहीं फील किया हो या कुछ आपके बैचमेट ने?
I think some of my friends were asked questions about their projects, I think, but I mean, it varies from interview from one, like, you know, every interviewer is different, so it actually depends. In my case, he did start asking me about a project that I made for a hackathon once, and he asked me how did I optimize something. He asked me a problem that, okay, this might arise in this thing, so how did you solve this in this project? So basically, they can, you know, by reading a project, they can already predict what kind of problems that you might face in a project. They already know that. So, you know, since I had worked on that project, I knew that this problem did arise in my project. So, you know, I told him how I optimized it, how I went about it. So yeah, so I think if you have done your project, first of all, you don't need very high-fi projects on your resume for an internship. It's just that if you have done that project, it's not so scary.
Okay.
It's just a discussion, like, how did you do this? Like, this is how I did it. So it's just a discussion. It's not that intimidating. Yeah.
I think so that जैसे आपने बताया कि उस हिसाब से अगर कुछ किया होगा प्रोजेक्ट, वो हमारे एक्सपीरियंस में, स्किल्स में काम आएगा, जो इंटरव्यू पूछ सकता है. That's all ना.
So yeah, you don't need to go an extra mile for that. If you've done it, there's no need to worry about it.
Okay. अब बस लास्ट का क्वेश्चन रहते हैं, बिल्कुल सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है कि अगर कुछ बिगनर चाहे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट नहीं हो या कुछ कोई और कंपनी हो SW रोल या SD रोल के लिए, उसके लिए क्या रोड मैप रहेगा, क्योंकि वो फॉलो करना चाहते हैं, काफ़ी लोग होते हैं मिस कर जाते हैं कुछ चीज़ें, कुछ फंडामेंटल्स मिस कर जाते हैं CS ब्रांच की, EC ब्रांच के, कुछ कोड में छोड़ के DSA के पीछे पड़ जाते हैं कॉम्पिटेटिव प्रोग्रामिंग। आपका क्या मानना है उसका रोड मैप कुछ?
I think if you are first of all, if you're an absolute beginner in coding, so whenever someone starts coding, they think they have the stupidest doubts. They have the silliest questions, but that's not true. Okay, the questions that you have now, every coder has gone through that. So your questions are not stupid. Please ask them. If you don't, you'll not learn. So if you're beginning, if you just started your coding journey, it might get a little overwhelming, but do ask the most stupid questions. Please do.
No.
Never miss out on that. And like I said, there's no set roadmap, but if you're aiming for an SWE role, first of all, do polish your DSA skills. That requires a lot of practice, and there's no shortcut for it. Obviously, it needs a lot of practice, a lot of hours that you need to put in. There will be a lot of days when you'll not feel very productive. You might associate that entire day you spent on one question, and and then you start questioning yourself whether you're good enough or not. But that's okay. Consistency is key. Just show up the next day. It's okay. Just need a lot of practice for DSA. For an internship role, projects are not that important as important as they are in a placement interview or like a full-time role for a full-time role. But yeah, it helps if you have like one or two projects on your resume. It shows that you have been active throughout your college years. You have been, trying out stuff. They just want to know that you're invested in this. You're interested in this. So your resume can talk for you. If you have one or two projects, you don't have to have a project in every domain. You can pick one and you can master in that. You don't need to learn all the languages. You can pick one, you can master in that. They're not expecting you to have like a CEO ka resume or CTO ka resume. It's okay. It's just be honest and just don't follow the herd. If you are interested in something, just go for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is kindly a roadmap with a little bit advices here when you have to be shortcut, not here. Consistent, be regular, and go for whatever you want, not for the crowd. Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
So,
One other thing,
yeah.
tiny thing that I want to add to this is when you start looking for an internship for a job, anything, rejections are a part of it, and I think that is the hardest part to navigate through, handling rejections, and everybody goes through them. And I think I personally feel that those rejections have helped me become better and overcome my, flaws or some shortcomings here and there. So if you are getting a rejection, there is no problem with it. You learn from it, and I can promise you there's something better out there.
That's all. Learn from that bad experience to be implemented
Yeah.
the good experiences.
Yeah.
That's all. Thank you so much, Kajal, for you being time in my channel and attractive with my videos.
Thank you for having me.